Six sporting events we provided yesterday on the channel, and all six of those, were successful. Congratulations, guys. Yes, sir. Congratulations, everyone who was able to, get something from that yesterday. I dropped that a little bit late because of network issues. Still having that, so I have to figure out a way of that. But in the meantime, you guys should bear with us. Basically, we're doing everything we can to fix that. All right. So moving on today, we have sporting events for you guys. So you think you can fund section as always, entertainment side of the show where you guys have been really amazing. Nice work you guys have been doing. Keep, learning how to use the insight, to predict, because when the season resumes, a lot of that will be going on. So by then, you guys should have been used to that, and we provide you correct scores as well to guide you as to your predictions in those sporting events that we provide for you guys as we do now. Okay, so that should be much more easier. That being said, the first time you're coming across the channel, there's a good chance if you're watching this video, it's because you want to increase your chances of winning in sports betting, and you know you must probably be looking at how to stop losses that you've been having in sports betting, and this is the channel for you. You are welcome, guys. So welcome back, guys. My name is Hukai, and I will be your humble host on this daily podcast show, bringing you football predictions as provided by the team for every single day. Yesterday in the So You Think You Can Punt section, we provided that sporting event for you guys to provide your correct scores about the game between Shelbourne and Cork City from Ireland, Premier League. And nobody unfortunately was able to get that correct score correctly. So another shout out and another slot wasted. All right,
Oh
guys.
no!
But today we have another sporting event for you guys. That one yesterday ended in a 3-1 scoreline, and I think that red card kind of messed it up. But, by and by, you guys did an amazing job. I saw 1-0 correct scores. I saw 2-0, 2-1. I saw, just very, very close predictions of you guys provided. So today we have another sporting event for you guys, and that's the game between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund from the FIFA Club World Cup. And here's insight about that sporting event to help you make that decision that you need to make today.
Once again, Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund will face off in an all-European showdown at the Club World Cup, vying for a spot in the semi-finals this Saturday evening. These familiar adversaries from the UEFA Champions League are gathering in New Jersey, with a chance to compete against either Dortmund's domestic rivals Bayern Munich or the formidable Paris Saint-Germain in the next round. Real Madrid has stepped up their game since their initial group match against Al Hilal, securing victories over both Pachuca and Red Bull Salzburg to advance to the last 16, before overcoming Juventus. With Xabi Alonso now at the helm, who emphasizes increased effort and tactical adaptability compared to his predecessor, Los Blancos enter the quarterfinals as one of the standout teams in this newly formatted Club World Cup. In their last match against Juventus, Real Madrid registered 11 shots on target, with contributions from 7 different players, but it was academy product Gonzalo Garcia who stood out with his decisive strike in the second half. Despite the scoreline, the Spanish team was more comfortable than it appeared and will now participate in a record 20th match at FIFA's Premier Club tournament. Incredibly, they have not lost a single game at the Club World Cup, boasting 16 victories to date. As 5-time champions, only Al Hilal has managed to stop them since 2014. Thus, confidence is soaring as Los Blancos have also triumphed in their last 4 encounters against Borussia Dortmund, including a 5-2 victory when the teams clashed in Madrid last October.
Certainly, their most notable match occurred in last year's Champions League final, which was claimed by Real, and the only instance when Dortmund has managed to eliminate the La Liga powerhouses was back in 2013. While history may not favor the German team this weekend, a recent resurgence indicates they could pull off a surprise. After a strong finish to the Bundesliga season, BVB led Group F by drawing with Fluminense, defeating Mamelodi Sundowns in a thrilling 7-goal match, and then overcoming the underdogs Olsen HD. In the last 16, Dortmund scored twice before the 30-minute mark thanks to Sergio Guirassy, who took all 6 of their shots against the Mexican team Monterrey. The rejuvenated winger Karim Adeyemi assisted both of Guirassy's goals. It is fair to say that Die Schwarzjoban have undergone a transformation under Croatian coach Niko Kovac in recent months, rising from 11th to 4th place in the league and securing Champions League qualification for the next season. And they have carried that momentum with them to the US. Dortmund has achieved victory in 9 of their last 10 matches, with the only draw coming against potential CWC semi-final rivals Bayern Munich, and Kovac deserves much of the credit for such an impressive turnaround. Having won the Intercontinental Cup in 1997 as European champions, the Raw team is ultimately aiming for their first Club World Cup victory this summer. However, they must first defeat the trophy-collecting Madrid.
Xabi Alonso is quite acquainted with the opponents he will face on Saturday, having gone up against them multiple times in the last 2 years while coaching Bayer Leverkusen, which may make him cautious about implementing tactical changes. In the United States, Real Madrid's Basque manager has transitioned from a 4-3-3 formation to his favored 3-5-2, but it remains uncertain which formation will be utilized this weekend. A difficult decision looms in the attacking front, as La Liga's top scorer Kylian Mbappé returned from gastroenteritis to play against Juventus. Meanwhile, his less recognized substitute Gonzalo Garcia has made headlines with 4 goal contributions thus far. In other news, former BVB midfielder Jude Bellingham will once again face his old team, though not his younger sibling. The England international made 132 appearances for Dortmund but has now changed sides, assisting 2 goals in 2 matches against them since his transfer to Madrid. His eagerly awaited encounter with Jude Bellingham has been interrupted due to the latter's suspension. Bellingham Jr. received a second yellow card of the tournament during the match against Monterrey. Consequently, either Marcel Sabitzer or Julian Brandt may fill the gap left by the 19-year-old midfielder, who was recently acquired from Sunderland. With 64 goals in 101 Bundesliga matches, and 3 already this summer, star striker Serhou Guirassy is leading the attack. While Emre Can, Solly Özcan, and Nico Schlotterbeck are all unavailable for Dortmund, the injured Real Madrid quartet of Eduardo Camavinga, David Alaba, Endrick, and Ferland Mendy are also out of action.
Alright, so given the report that we have there, what do you think the correct score will be in this sporting event today? Let us know in the comment section and stand a chance to win, to enjoy a 1-month free premium subscription with us when you get that correct score correctly. And this is powered by Mega Harry. A big shout out to them for sponsoring this segment of the show. Moving on, today we have sporting events for you guys, but as always, let's do a review of how yesterday went before we move to today's sporting event. Kicking off really early. Those first sporting event we had yesterday, was the game between Dagenham City and South Melbourne, and we felt over 1.5 goals will be seen in that sporting event, and that ended in a 3-3 scoreline. Yesterday, next sporting event we had was between Hume City and Avondale, and we talked about over 1.5 goals having been seen there, and that came on 1-2 of the final scoreline in that sporting event. Next sporting event we had was the game between Riga's footballer Scola and FK Alive Haja, and we expected the home team to win, and they did, win that 1-2-1 for us yesterday. The next sporting event we had was from the FIFA Club World Cup. Shocker right there, where we expected over 1.5 goals to be scored between these two teams basically, and that ended in a 2-1 scoreline. We did win that one, but I think everyone was shocked to see Al Ahly being knocked out yesterday, but it is what it is, football, and that's how it goes. Next sporting event we have was a game between Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Morton City, and we talked about the away side winning yesterday, and they did come out 5-0, 0-5. That sporting event ended yesterday. The next sporting event we had was the game between Torpedo, Zodino, and Molodecno, and we expected the home team to be able to win there. They did come out in flying colors, winning that one yesterday. So moving on to today's sporting events, guys. Before we do that, it's a gentle reminder to take 1 second of your time, hit that like button, subscribe to first time coming across the channel. These tips will help you increase chances of winning significantly, so we're inviting you to become a part of this community of what we like to call savvy sports traders on here. Don't forget to turn notification bells on, everyone. It will be very, very beneficial to you as we go on this journey to beating the odds on our daily podcast show. So moving on to today's sporting event, first is the game between Peninsula and Gold Coast United, and that is from the Australian NPL Queensland. And we expect the home team to be able to win in this sporting event today. And this kicks off around 8 a.m. West African time. So make sure to try and meet up with that one. We will try to post this as early as possible. If the network allows us to do that. All right, guys. Moving on. Next sporting event we have today is the game between Altona Magic and Heidelberg United. And we expect to see over 1.5 goals scored in this sporting event today. And that's exactly what we're back in. This is from the Australian, Victorian NPL 1. That sporting event kicks off around 16:15 West African time for 15 p.m. That is. Next sporting event we have is the game between Dandenong Thunders and Oakley Cannons. We expect over 1.5 goals to be seen in this Australian Victoria NPL sporting event today, and it kicks off around 10 a.m. West African time. So we expect over 1.5 goals to be seen in this sporting event today. Next sporting event we have is the game between Australia and Panama from the international friendly for women, and our pick here basically is for the home team to be able to win in that sporting event today, and they kick off around 7:30 West African time in the morning, 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. rather. So before I go to the next sporting events, here's a gentle reminder: take 1 second to hit that like button, subscribe. If first time I'm coming here, you've been here, you've not done that, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn the notification bells on. Next sporting event is the game between IJK, SJK, and Ilves, from the Finland, Veikkausliiga. We think that over 1.5 goals will be seen in this sporting event today. And that's what we're going with. This kicks off around 1500 West African time. That 3 p.m. That is. The final sporting event we have is the game between Vasan, Palloseura, and HJK. And this is from the Finland Veikkausliiga as well. And we expect over 1.5 goals to be seen in this one. And it kicks off around 1700 West African time. That sporting event, guys. So these are the sporting events we have for you guys today. And of course, you guys will provide the last sporting event tip basically in the So You Think You Can Punt section. Shout out to you guys for doing a good job there. So this information is shared on the channel to help you make better informed decisions. Please do not consider this financial advice. We only, set out to entertain you and to educate you, update you basically in sports betting, football prediction. I mean, we love football for the culture. That's why we do this. So take 1 second of your time to also hit the like button. Okay, guys? So that'll be all for now. Note that factors abound that can affect the outcome of these events. You have factors like VAR is one of those. You could have red cards, shown in those events. You could have penalty kicks awarded, own goals also being scored there, and injury and fitness concerns to key players. As at the time of recording this and doing our analytics, we cannot emphasize all these factors. So we're informing you ahead of time, and the reason for saying that is so you should gamble responsibly and do not stake more than you can afford to let go of, guys. It is very important to go the rule of the game on the channel, and don't stake more than you can afford to let go of. Gamble responsibly. All right, guys. So to see again in the next episode of this daily podcast show, I remain yours truly, H to the double O. And all I gotta say is, may the odds be in our favor today. Hope we kick it like yesterday we did. Till we see again, may the odds be in our favor. Always, guys. Peace out.